Have you questioned this about Harry Potter? Which house was mentioned more throughout the entire Harry Potter series? Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw? Yesterday, I put up a poll asking all of you this question, and 70% of you voted for Ravenclaw. So let's see if you're right. Hufflepuff got off to a blazing start in Sorcerer's Stone, as Malfoy said he'd leave Hogwarts if he was sorted into Hufflepuff, and this took place a month before the school year even started. Hufflepuff never gave up their early lead, as Harry said he'd bet he'd be sorted into Hufflepuff because Hagrid said they were a bunch of duffers. We then saw 3 students get sorted into Hufflepuff, but the real separation came late in the 4th quarter when Gryffindor beat Hufflepuff in a Quidditch match to overcome Slytherin in the House Cup race. Ravenclaw did their best to stave off the onslaught from Hufflepuff, but Harry missed the entire Quidditch match against Ravenclaw due to injury, and it's important to get the boy who lived as involved in the game plan as possible, and Ravenclaw just couldn't execute. Hufflepuff takes game 1, 22-12. Game 2 was where we saw young Hufflepuff star be born, as Justin Finch Fletchley took over from the very start. With a savvy move, he joined Harry, Ron, and Hermione to repot mandrakes in herbology class. Justin also showed that he could make the sacrifice play, as he was attacked by the basilisk and really got the whole school talking about him. The veteran Ravenclaw Penelope Clearwater tried to stop the bleeding by getting into a relationship with Percy Weasley and also getting attacked by the basilisk, but Justin Finch Fletchley just caught too much fire as Hufflepuff takes game 2, 19-10. Someone from Ravenclaw really had to step up in the Prisoner of Azkaban if they were going to make this a series. And instead of a who, it was a what, as the weather came in clutch for Ravenclaw. Harry's Quidditch match against Hufflepuff was played in a raging storm, so Harry couldn't hear Lee Jordan giving the commentary on Hufflepuff's scoring. On the other hand, Gryffindor played Ravenclaw in the most highly anticipated match of Harry's career, as it would decide who won the Quidditch Cup. The whole school was buzzing about the match, and not only this, the match was played in perfect conditions, so Harry could hear Lee every time he said Ravenclaw scored a goal. Ravenclaw takes game 3, 32-16. As you might expect, game 4 belonged to Hufflepuff from the very start. The startlingly handsome Hufflepuff Cedric Diggory got off to an extremely hot start as he joined Harry and the Weasleys at the Quidditch World Cup, and he did not slow down from there. Cedric was chosen as Hogwarts school champion and really carried Hufflepuff throughout the whole story. It was sad to see that Cedric sustained a career-ending injury in the final minutes of the 4th quarter, but what he did for Hufflepuff House will never be forgotten as Hufflepuff takes game 4, 37-23. Down 3-1 in the series, Ravenclaw knew they had to switch it up, and they made the waiver wire pickup of the year when they acquired Luna Lovegood. Luna made an instant impact on the offense as she joined Harry and the others on the Hogwarts Express and carriages before the school year even started. As the year went along, Luna became a starter for Ravenclaw as she told Harry what Thestrals are, joined Dumbledore's army, and fought the Death Eaters in the Department of Mysteries. Cho Chang also played meaningful minutes as she became Harry's love interest, first kiss, and Valentine's date. Hufflepuff did what they could, but didn't really stand a chance at this one, as Ravenclaw takes game 5, 33-26. Before I get into our next matchup, I'd like to give a shout out to Babybeard for subscribing and commenting the correct answer. Subscribe if you would like a shout out in a future video. Game 6 was the tightest matchup we've seen so far, with both houses knowing that the series was coming down to the wire. Hufflepuff started to play a little dirty as a group of Hufflepuffs snuck into the Gryffindor Quidditch trials to try and get some extra shine. Another Hufflepuff, Zachariah Smith, played some key minutes as he replaced Lee Jordan as the Quidditch commentator. Ravenclaw stuck to what they know best, and that's hitting the books, as they had 4 Ravenclaws in Harry's NEWT Potions class, which was the class we saw most in the book. Sadly and ironically, Hufflepuff's foul play on the Quidditch pitch was enough to get them the win here as they take game 6, 23-19. Coming Coming into Game 7, Hufflepuff was up 4-2, and Ravenclaw looked dead in the water. However, out of nowhere, Helena Ravenclaw brought Ravenclaw back to life in the final matchup of the series. She held on to the secret of where Ravenclaw's diadem was hidden for 6 straight games, and when the lights were brightest, she made her move. And it was exactly what Ravenclaw needed as they slaughter Hufflepuff in Game 7 with a score of 48-11. So even though Hufflepuff won 4 out of the 7 matchups, Game 7s are the most important, and Helena Ravenclaw's heroic performance gives Ravenclaw the series win with a final score of 177-154.